Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 14th of December, 2024. Here's the synoptic from yesterday, showing you the fronts that were bringing us all that poor weather. And if we can run that through midnight last night and then through to lunchtime today, if my computer will start playing the game. Just give me 2 ticks. There we go. So there's midnight last night. There's lunchtime today, and we can see that there's a cold front come down the country and is clearing the area as we speak. It's actually turning into a weak cold front, as you can tell from the symbolism there. And that should be through by sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock. Running through to midnight tonight, there's another one front come down the country and into tomorrow. That front's cleared away. Should be another nice day's flying tomorrow, one would hope, with that synoptic we've got there. Looking at the satellite picture over the last couple of hours, you can see the back end of the front there gradually clearing through. And if we have a look at the rain radar, there's a few showers associated with that front and just behind it. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to avoid them today. And if we have a look at the rain forecast, effectively from 9 o'clock onwards, it's clearing and it should be quite a nice day's flying. And right through till dark. Odium's TAF is out of date. However, their METAR is showing 2706 knots, greater than 10k visibility, broken at 2100 feet, and then again broken at 3000 feet above that. Temperature 5, dew point 4, and pressure 1021. Farnborough, they do have a TAF which is in force, and they're forecasting 2708 knots, greater than 10k visibility, broken at 3,500 feet, and then temporarily between now and 12 o'clock noon, visibility about 8 kilometres, maybe some light rain. And there's a 30% chance between now and 11 o'clock, down to 4 kilometres in light rain and drizzle, broken at 1,400 feet, and then a 30% chance in the afternoon between 12 and 2 o'clock, clouds remaining broken at 1,400. Spot winds then to the north of us at 1,000 feet, 300 degrees, 15 knots. To the south of us, 330, 20 knots. And a quick look at windy on the airfield. I've chosen lunchtime, 12 noon. After the front's gone through, that's shown an 8 knots northwesterly. And the local Met Office forecast is concurring with that, about 8 knots throughout the sort of mid part of the day, northwester with temperature down at 6 centigrade, cumulus with a fair bit of sunshine getting through, and the humidity down into the low 80s, and maybe diving down to about 78 at one point in the afternoon there. GFS are suggesting temperature is going to be about 7 centigrade with the dew point down at 3. It's a nice decent split this time of year after the front's gone through. And if we have a look at the weather cam at Alton, looking back towards Lasham, we can see we've still got a bit of low cloud there. It's got a bit of layer cloud, but that should start breaking up. And looking out the window here, we've got something similar at the moment. But yeah, that should be breaking up in the next hour or so. SkySight are showing a bit of a pessimistic view on cloud base. They reckon it's going to get up to about 1,000 feet at AGL here, maybe up to about 1,500 feet above sea level. But if we have a look at top meteo, this is 9 o'clock. If we run it through 10 o'clock and then on to 11 o'clock, they're showing the cloud clearing away in our area and it's going blue. No times then, just the local ones. 5 to the south of us is Goodwoods. Their ATZs, operational hours have changed and they're published there. 11 is Winchester, there's live firing there. And 15, the other one local to us, is Butterfield. There's a restricted area, which is temporary, and that'll be there for a few days yet. Let's move on then and have a quick look at the local airfields. briefing, and we'll start with the ODM cross section. And they're showing cloud base going up quite rapidly as that front goes through up to about 2,000 feet. And they're forecasting a few clouds there, a few cumulus or strata Q and Q throughout the sort of better part of the day from about maybe 10, 11 o'clock onwards. So we should get some decent flying in today. They're suggesting the surface winds about 9 to 10 knots from the west-northwest throughout the day, and there's no hazards. And the general situation is with a cold front clearing southwards during the morning to a fine day, which is what you want to hear this time of year. Glider bookings then, there's booked instructional flying, 1K21, 1K13, there's a K21 on the casual list, one for aerobatics, a 21 and 13 for the youth group, a K13 on trial lessons, of which we've got a couple today, I think one at 11, one at 2, or thereabouts, and there's availability on the single-seaters, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 9. And there's a K13 booked by a club member. There's 5 people on the casual list and 1 instructor there on the casual list. So if there aren't any other instructors who want to do a bit of instructing, come and help out. The simulator will be available as per normal. And church notices, the SPL deadline dates are there. You all know about them now. You need to get that done. And something that just come to light after I prepared the briefing was that there's been a bit of talk about the cafe and club members taking priority over sort of visitors to the cafe. In the summer months, there will be a system in place and you will get priority and you'll be able to order in advance, very much like they do with evening groups. You will place your order half an hour before you come into the cafe and you will get priority there. So don't worry about that, it's all in hand. There's no movements to report today. As I say, the general situation is basically average high pressure building over the UK with a gentle northwesterly flow and that cold front disappearing off it to the sort of southeast. We're going to go on runway 27 hard for launching cables on the boom to the north of the runway. So right wing down, please, on the launch to give the winch driver the best chance of good cable management. Landing on 27 grass to begin with. It is wet, it's soft to firm with going. If we start having issues, then we will just move the launch point forward and go to a runway only operation. But we'll start on the grass to begin with. Please avoid using the wheel brakes on the grass unless it's absolutely necessary. And of course, the south end of the airfield down by the thresholds of 0.5 and 3.4 that remains out of bounds whilst it's saturated. Please don't land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown in red on the next slide. And please clean the gliders at cease of play. So this will be the setup today. Launch point vehicle to the south of the centre line, air towing on the hard to the south, winch launching from the hard to the north, and cables down the north side of the runway. Landing on the grass, and of course we've got that northwesterly wind shown there. That's it from me today. Let's get straight out there and get the airfield set up so when this front finally clears through, we can start flying as soon as possible. We've got a lot to get through today. Make sure you have lots of fun out there and please keep it safe. Thank you very much.